Welcome back. Tonight, we're going to go behind the gates of JBSA Lackland. A group of highly trained and skilled airmen protect the base, the city, and the country by taking on threats. Tonight, Jonathan Cotto takes us front and center into the high-stakes world of EOD technicians.
Yeah, you can pull.
Really, Air Force and the U.S. in particular didn't really begin explosive ordnance disposal operations till about the 40s, mid-40s.
Hank says it was actually the British that were the first generation of explosive ordnance technicians.
Prior to that, explosives have been around since the 10th century.
Technology quickly advancing and weaponry becoming more and more complex, the American Armed Forces understood the demand for EOD.
They created this profession, bomb disposal technicians, and they basically were the guys charged with going out there and removing these fuses and making these bombs safe to move and eventually dispose of.
Senior Airman David Ethan Lane says the core mission is always aircraft support.
So that involves dealing with in-flight emergencies when they land. If it has to do with ordnance, we'll go safe the aircraft. That way the maintainers can figure out what went wrong, and then we can generate sorties and do all that air power stuff.
Serving as the Air Force's bomb squad, these EOD technicians work in the most extreme of conditions and environments. A critical and tactical component in maintaining air superiority.
So global war on terror, the enemy started using improvised explosive devices a lot, and so we became a core component to the mission, because without us, we didn't have freedom of movement. We couldn't do anything with those IEDs blowing up everywhere. So that is kind of where EOD came really into the spotlight.
JBSA Lackland's EOD supports the entire South Texas area, 57 counties and 14 military installations. Training numerous times throughout the year with civilian bomb squads on interoperability.
That way, in case we get called out on a, like, let's say somebody's uncle died and they have a couple ordnance items in their house, if we have to go and assist them, they'll know exactly how we work and we know exactly how they work.
Every branch of the military has their designated emergency ordnance disposal teams.
Our badge is it's all four services: Navy, Marines, Air Force, and the Army. We all go to the same school and we get the same base education and schooling.
Technicians undergo a 10-month rigorous training period.
We're supposed to be training about 16 to 20 hours a week before the guys that come here fresh out of school. They're training every single day for about 7 to 10 hours a day.
EOD teams working with the latest cutting-edge technology.
We have 2 new robot systems that are brand new to the career field, to the actual the whole military.
Robot systems that allow technicians to operate completely remote.
And that way we don't have to go ourselves down onto a suspicious item or on a suspicious package.
We're one of the career fields that really embraces technology and incorporates it into our daily life, and then especially into our operations. So that's been a big part of it. And then just getting smarter, doing things more remote and safer is always the goal.
For EOD technicians, there are only 2 options: initial success or total failure.
So we need experts that are able to identify the problem, render it safe, and mitigate the hazard. And without us, I'm not sure who would do that in the Air Force.
Find the hole!
Reporting front and center,
Find the hole!
Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.